Hi, Tracy here, and I'm excited to be bringing you my Out with the Old, In with the New series. If you've been around here for a while, from way back, you might remember this series. This is a series of videos where every month, towards the end of the release cycle of the Kit Club that I subscribe to, I used to create a video that showed all the things that I made, all of my leftovers, what I'm doing with my leftovers, and then also setting up for the next month of scrapbooking. So unkitting and getting all of my supplies ready. And I wanted to share with you that process again. And my hope is that this will be a occasional or semi-regular series on my channel again, because I used to love making them and you guys seem to love watching them back in the day. So I'm bringing it back. So I have right here beside me my whole tray filled with layouts that I created this month. So I'd like to start by showing you those. So these are all the layouts that I created with the Take Me Home kit from MercyTiara Kits. For these first three, the process videos are not on my channel yet, but they will be along shortly. I had a little scrappy sesh yesterday, and my goal was to try to knock out a bunch of layouts all at once, and I managed to scrap 3 layouts. They're all coming soon to my channel, but you'll get a chance to see a sneak peek at them in this video. So for this one, I really love the combination of this stripy paper from Simple Stories and this cardstock also from Simple Stories with the dots on it. Love that combination. And this one was super easy. I basically just made the background with strips of that stripy paper and tore my main background paper so that it would look like it's kind of peeking out from behind the cardstock. And then I just laid my photos out and my title, which is from the foam stickers from the kit. And one of my favorite embellishments, I had to get this die cut somewhere on a page, so I was happy to use it here. And then I just filled in, I knew I wanted to use this for my journaling, so I just filled in these 2 little gaps with some patterned paper, which I outlined. I added a flare badge and a couple of hearts from that same foam sticker set. So I've got one here, and one right here to make a visual triangle on the page. And this one came together super fast, as you can tell. This page captures my love of remint or anything miniature. And so I do collect and photograph these little miniature food items and dishes. And I have a whole bunch of photographs. I haven't actually done this for a very long time, but I still have all the photos on my camera roll. So I've been coming across them every once in a while. And I remembered that I had this one, and then not too far along in my camera roll was this. And this meal was actually inspired by some of the remint items that I have. So I thought that it was fun to put those 2 photos together and add a little bit of journaling that describes where my food idea came from. This page also not on my channel yet, but it's coming. This one features these beautiful strips of torn paper. This was my chance to use some of these favorite patterns before I put away the Take Me Home kit and started using the Gather kit. So this is another one that I made yesterday. I used our Take Me Home stamp set. I love this stamp. It's All Fillings Are Valid. Love that stamp set. As a psychologist, I say things like that all the time, but with feelings instead of fillings. A flare badge here and more MercyTiara confetti with some splats that are stamped. These stamps are also in the same Take Me Home stamp set as the All Fillings Are Valid. Show it to you right here. There's that stamp set. It's so fun. I didn't get to use all of my favorites. I love this and I love this. I think I used those in Project Life. I was dying to use the Nom 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 pie, but I didn't get a chance to use it yet. But as you can see, I did use those splats. I just used one of the chipboard frames that came in the kit to hold my 2 photos. They're actually taken more than a year apart from one another, but they're 2 photos of my youngest daughter in the kitchen. She's always baking up a storm and always in the kitchen making something. I also got a chance to use that Kitchen Conversions. Again, this time it was in rub-on format, so it looks so lovely right on the background paper like that. And I thought it was really fun to make this scale look like it's holding up the frame. I thought that was really, really fun. So that page was a joy to make. And then this page I also made yesterday. So there's no video for this one yet either. And this one uses another of those chipboard frames from the kit. Love that. And this one captures my daughter's room. It was actually her room a couple years ago. She's moved it around and it doesn't look like this anymore. But I loved when she had all of her plants in a row on her windowsill like that. And there's Lila the cat sitting on her bed and she's just staring at Lila. And I just love this photo. It's one of my favorites with the sun coming in through the window. Now for this one, I used mixed media on my background. This is a piece of white cardstock from my stash, and I did use gesso on it first. And I used Faber-Castell gelatos, which when you use them on a gessoed surface, they create beautiful watercolory effects. I used 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 different colors. And my plan for this one was to have lots of embellishments coming out from behind the house and then have this mixed media be a bit of an anchor for the whole thing. And I wanted the rub-on trees and the little hearts to be kind of coming out from behind the house. And I love how it looks with the mixed media. It looks so, so pretty. The title here is a combination of the letter stickers from the kit, but I also used a stamp from my stash. This is a paper person stamp, and it said Plant Lady, and I just didn't ink the part that said plant. I only inked the bottom part of it, and then I did color in the plants and the word. And then I just matted the whole thing on a scrap of patterned paper. I matted the whole thing on this beautiful fancy pants paper that I love so much. And up here, I did layer a whole bunch of very large die cuts, and I wouldn't have normally wanted these here. I think that this layout would look amazing if these were not here and it was just down here. But when I was doing my mixed media, I just went like a little bit / a whole lot overboard with the blue on the top. I just wanted it to be like a little bit of blue peeking out from around the roof. But as you can see, it ended up being a whole lot of blue coming all over the page. So I decided to cover it up with these die cuts, which I do like this look as well. This is my second take on the recipe challenge over on our MercyTiara Kit Club Facebook group. We had this challenge, and if you check out my video for this, you'll see what exactly was involved in the challenge. But this was my second crack at it because the first time I didn't make it. I didn't meet the criteria of my own challenge. So here is a family walk, which did meet the criteria of the challenge. So I have this secondary cluster up here that holds the title, which is a combination of the foam word stickers from Simple Stories that came in the kit, as well as the gold letter stickers that came in the kit. And I love this frame from the Pink Fresh Studio stuff that came in the kit. Love, love, love that. And just lots of fun embellishments. I had to use at least one doily. I had to use a flare badge and a few different things. It had to have food items, so it was coffee and chocolate, coffee and hot chocolate. You had to use gold letters, you had to use some confetti, and the rest of it was storytelling mojo and nostalgia. So I did choose an older photo. It was from 2015 to meet the nostalgia part of it. This was my first crack at that challenge, and for this one I made it, except I didn't put a flare badge on it. At the very, very end I realized I had forgotten to use a flare badge, and I thought about adding one, and I just couldn't. I liked it the way it was. So I thought, oh, I'm going to have to try again. So I'm glad I did, because this was a fun layout to make. And I might not have scrapbooked these photos if it weren't for the challenge. So I'm happy about that. But this is a good old fashioned vertical layout. I used confetti to be the sprinkles coming out of the salt shaker. And it's just a photo of Scott preparing a meal. This one was really fun. There is a process video about it on my channel. There's another process video also for this one. Love these cut files that come with the main kit. Every month we get a large background cut file, some other cut files, some icons, and a title usually. But this one was super fun. I love the matting with this beautiful golden paper from Fancy Pants. For this one, I actually scrap lifted my own self because I had made a layout for my good friend Shell, who lives in Australia. I made it a long time ago, and it had this layout. It was almost exactly like this, except the background paper was printed with this angle and it had a title here that was already printed on the paper. So my layout involved just doing this and some more stuff down here. And so I just recreated it by layering some papers. You can see the layers there. And I followed my own layout quite closely. And the reason I thought of doing this is that after all these years, I finally sent the layout to Shell and she posted it online, and that reminded me, gee, it's been a while since I've done a layout like that, and decided to scrap lift it. So those are the layouts that I created this month, from about the middle of September until the middle of October. That is, I believe, 7 layouts. We have 7 layouts, and I'm going to get my Project Life because I did some Project Life with this kit too. I scrapped my August Project Life in September, but I actually did not use the Take Me Home kit. I used my stash for this. So this is something that I did make in September. So the process video for this one is on my channel. It was really fun to make. Lots of flips. And then I also scrapped my September Project Life in this month as well, because the month now runs from the middle of one month till the middle of the other month. So this was also included. And this one was a lot of fun too. For this one, I did use the Take Me Home kit, and I also used the Small But Mighty kit, which I've been keeping in this zipper pouch. So my Small But Mighty kit is really suiting me well. I'm really enjoying it. As you can see, there's still plenty left in there for next month. So there's no flips on this side. There is a process video for this one. I did an insert as well, so it includes this little flip. And then there's actually a lot of flips on this spread. We have that one, and we also have that one. It was so much fun. And now my October page will go here, and it will also use the Small But Mighty kit and the Gather kit. So those are all of the projects that I made this month. Now I have to go through my leftovers and show you what I have left with all that I've made. There's a lot left because I'm not getting a chance to thoroughly scrap these kits because I work full time besides having a kit club, and I also design the kits, and so I don't get to scrapbook quite as often as I'd like, but I did want to share with you what I made this month, and now I'm going to show you the leftovers. So I have been storing my kit as I use it in the month. I've been actually storing it in this little plastic. It's quite flimsy. It's not the best, highest quality rolly cart in the world, but it fits perfectly under my desk in the spot where somebody would sit. They would push in their chair if I had a guest over. So I've been keeping it there. And the reason I've been doing that is that I used to scrap with right here, and my kit would be right here, and it would be, the papers would be all covering up the stickers, and it would be really difficult for me to find what I need when I needed it. So what I wanted was something that was tiered, that I could reach in. I always keep my sticker sets in this top tier. So, oh, also the little mask that I've been using as well. So all of my bigger sticker sets are always in there. That got misplaced. And then all of my paper is always in this one. And then my big sheets of paper that haven't been cut into yet, like my full 12 by 12 sheets, I've been keeping down there in this one that's empty right now. And then this is non-kit cardstock scraps. So it's craft, brown and white and black as well. And because it's fall, I have that brown and craft as my main scraps, but in the summer months, I probably wouldn't have browns out. So let me show you my leftovers. Fully empty out my paper tier. So here is my paper leftovers. We've got some scraps. I'll put my smaller scraps here, and then I will put my larger paper there. So this is a full sheet that hasn't been cut into. This is a scrap. That's a scrap. That's a scrap. Another full sheet. Another full sheet. This looks like a scrap. It's a big scrap though. This is, I'm going to keep my big partials right here. In fact, I think I would consider this to be big partials as well. So we've got smaller scraps. I love this so much that I'm going to keep this. I'm going to consider it a big partial. I'm going to consider this to be a big partial and this one as well. Then we have another full size. Oops, that's a little scrap. So put that right here. We have another full piece of paper here. Another full and another full. I can't believe I didn't use this paper. I love this paper. I love both sides of it. If I just had more time, I would have used it. And then a full sheet of that as well. So I got all of the kits. So I have the main kit, the pattern paper add-on, the cardstock add-on, and the embellishment add-on. And so with that, I made 7 layouts, and I have 7 full sheet leftovers. I did pretty good with this sticker sheet. I wasn't sure that I would be able to use this, and my daughter has her eye on that sticker set, so I might give her that. So as far as kitting up my leftovers, so one thing that I sometimes do with my kit leftovers is I will sort the leftovers by color, by dominant color, and then put it in with my stash. So I would unkit it. However, I'm not going to unkit this kit because I might pull it out and use it because it does have a theme that I feel like I'm going to come back to, which is that cooking theme. Now, if I'm hanging on to things, I love this pattern, so I definitely want to hang on to that. I love this. And yeah, I think I will hold on to a lot of these pieces, and then I think I will sort these into my scraps. So this one, Take Me Home, October 23. And these are the bags that they come in, and they're very sturdy. Great bags for storing your kits in, and I will show you where I will put this. I'll also show you how I do my scraps. So way over here, so you might not be able to hear me really great, but I keep my scraps right here. I keep them in these 12 by 12 inch bags. I cut the zipper off of the top of them. So I'm going to grab my red, my orange, and my brown. I'll put my browns in here. I love having my scraps sorted by color because if I need to do some die cutting or my daughter needs something that is made out of paper, I have these bags filled with scraps that we can just help ourselves to and not have to cut into a whole new sheet of paper. So I will put that back. So now let's take this tier out and see what we're going to do with it. So we have a fair amount of the rub-ons left. These are beautiful, beautiful rub-ons, and I need to make sure I don't forget about them because they are amazing and I definitely want to use them before they go bad. Rub-ons don't last forever. They will last a long time, but not forever. So I want to make sure I don't keep them for years and years. I want to try to get them used fairly soon. There's lots of these left as well. So I'll stick these in here. They work so well with the kit. Like I said, I'm very likely to pull this kit out again. And I used plenty of these, but there's plenty of them left. So I will put those in there as well. Now there's not a ton of letters left. And I made Happily Ever After as my very first layout, and it used a whole lot of the E's. But I think there still is enough to make a couple. We have some A's and some I's. It's usually the vowels that I run out of first. I'm going to keep these in here, even though I don't have a ton of options for titles. These, I have a couple of ideas of what I want to do with these. In fact, I would like to use these as inserts on my project life. I have an idea about how to do that. I think I might actually pull this one and this one out and put them in my Small But Mighty kit so that I don't forget about my idea to do that. So I'm taking this one and this one, and it'll go in my project life, I hope. These two can hang out with the rest of the kit. This I've used over 2 months. We had hexagons in the outdoorsy kit, and we had hexagons again in the Take Me Home kit. So I've used this for 2 months. We do have a couple, we might have one more left in the shop. If you want to grab one of these, you can with your next order. But I'm gonna put this in with my stencils. So while I have this out, I'll show you what's left in here. We have some photos that I printed up for this kit. We have the die cuts that I put into plastic baggies, like sandwich bags, and a couple of others. And now, look, we're empty, except for the bottom, which has some non-kit cardstock. So let's see what we will do with this. The Take Me Home confetti is so, so pretty. I love it. I always keep my confetti in this little dish on my desk so that I can easily pick out the colors I want. And I also put my little needle in there so I don't lose it when I'm using my glue. So that will be ready for the gather confetti. But look at how pretty this confetti mix is. Although I want to keep my kits together so that when I pull it out, everything is together, I also really want to be able to pull out some confetti when I want to for a card or something. So I just started doing this where I keep my embellishments right here, and I put my outdoorsy confetti here so that I could get it if I needed it. And I'm going to put my Take Me Home confetti there, and I'll just put all of the confetti there. I'll go get the Brighter Days and the Summer Vibes confetti as well. And that way all of my confetti will be there if I want to grab some to use for another purpose. Ooh, you got a quick glimpse at my messy, messy floor. So I'm gonna tuck this because this doily goes so well with the kit. I'm just gonna tuck it in there. Keep in mind that the Take Me Home kit coordinates really, really well with the Gather kit, and you might be able to dig into this kit for some extra embellishments. So these are photos that I printed up specifically to go with this kit. So therefore, it makes sense to me that I would just keep them right in here, so that if I pull this kit out again, I have the photos, I have everything. When it comes to these die cut pieces, I do like to mark off which ones I've used. And I'm just going to go by my memory, because when I'm looking at this, I'm going to want to know what I have and what I don't have. I also use that. That way I know what's still left, because it might be several months, it could even be a year before I pull this out again. And then these are the cut files. I cut a bunch of them just to show with my reveal and unboxing video, but I didn't use all of these ones. I did use the big one, but I'll just keep these in here just to remind me that they went with this kit. And I'll also actually leave this little sample card. When I get a stamp set, I just stamp it to make sure that it works well and that there were no errors or manufacturing problems with it. I'll just keep that because my stamp set will go right here. I've actually already added it to my, you can tell that I added it because it has a little sticker on it. This means this little blue dot that's on the front and back, it's unlike the stamp itself, and it's also on the stamp sleeve, means that this is a food categorized stamp. So it goes in my food category, which is over here in the top of my Rascog. Now let me show you where I put this. I have this cupboard here that has a bunch of old kits in it from various kit clubs, including my own. And so I will put this right there. So I have this stuff still left out, which I will keep in my little wheelie cart. What am I calling it? I'm calling it my kit caddy. That's what I'm calling that little cart thing. So these are supplies from my Small But Mighty kit. So as you can see, I've really broken into this and used a lot of it. I used a lot of the cut-aparts, used a lot of the letter stickers, but there's still plenty left. And I've pre-cut some of my things. What happened was when I was planning my pages, I cut more than I needed because, you know, to get 3x4s, you have to cut a 6x8 into 4, and to get 4x6s, you have to cut it into 2. So I ended up with some extras. Love these cut-aparts. Oh, this was just a scrap envelope that I was using for stamping things. This is a 4x6. And then the rest of these are all 6x8s. So in the Small But Mighty kit, you get half, well, it'll be different every time, but this time for the fall one, you get half a pad of the Farmstead Harvest paper from American Crafts, and it has gold foil accents on it, although I might not be able to find any for you right now. And also, I think there are 8 pieces of this Color Vibe paper from Simple Stories and a full set of the stickers, which I cut apart because I don't like sticker books. So as you saw, I added 2 frames because I want to remember to use those for inserts. And I also have my little die here that I use for making holes that attach an insert to a 3-ring binder. I'm going to be doing this when I use those frames, so check out my channel. An upcoming Project Life video will show how to use this. It's a handy tool to have. I've used it a couple times. So let's get to the setup. I have a few things here. I have my bowl and I have my Owl Pack 6x12" bags, and I should grab my ATG as well. So this is the paper. There we go. It's cutting off my head. So this is the paper add-on. There is 1 piece of each paper in this. So we have some beautiful papers. Ooh la la, I can't wait to use some of these. I think I'm going to be busting into this tomorrow. So I put uncut paper right here, which it's all going to be uncut for now. And one of the things that I love to do is pre-cut my cut files. I do it because I show the kit in a video at the beginning of the month, but I actually really like this, and I think that it's a good habit to get into even if you don't own a kit club. This is just a one of those cropper hopper file folders. It just gives it a little bit of rigidity. And then I just stick a piece of chipboard in there again, just to make it firm. And I stick that in here so that this paper will not flop down. It stays up because of that. This is the cardstock add-on. Usually there's 8 pieces, but this month there are 7 pieces because one of them is a specialty paper. Look at that beautiful gold foil. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's also uncut. So I'll put that right there. Let's get the main kit. So here are all those papers again. This is the one that Scott took pictures of, so it's in a strange order. Take care of getting these things put into my little kit caddy. First, we have these amazing confetti. Look at them. They're so pretty. They're so rich and gorgeous. The green in this confetti mix is called emerald, and it shines almost like a teal color sometimes, and sometimes a really rich dark green. So that's one thing that I just keep on my desk instead of keeping in my little kit caddy. We have a set of stickers here that will go in the sticker slot. These 3 doilies will go in one of these top little compartments. I just stick my empty confetti bag in there because, as you see, I need this bag at the end of the month to repackage the confetti. So we'll put that there. Then we have a set of die cuts. These are frames and tags from Echo Park. We have a few different things here. What all is this? So we have a set of stickers. These are foam stickers. They're called puffy stickers, but they are not. They are foam stickers. And I do like to repackage anything that is thickers or thicker sized into these bags that allow you to slip things in and out of them a lot more easily. I just put adhesive on this little top piece and fold it, and it does pop off, but that's okay. I don't really mind. And then these just slide in super easily now and slide out super easily, and way easier to use than in its original packaging. So I have that. I will do the same thing with this. These Color Vibe black foam stickers are so wonderful. They're classic. They will go in here as well, along with these. So put that like that. And now let's have a look at what else is in here. This is the embellishment add-on. I have this little dish, this little vintage dish that I sometimes put embellishments on, and since I already have my sequins in this, I'll put these freckled fawn wood veneers in this little tray. So I find these a little bit easier to handle if they're attached to their backing. So we've got fun puffy stickers. We have puffy letter stickers from Pink Fresh Studio. I am so excited about these. Simply the best. I think I have things from 3 different Pink Fresh Studio collections in this kit. We'll put these right with these. Now we also have 3 of these frames. These are from 49 and Market, and they have real stitching on them. Look at that. Real stitching. Put those in with those. And this set of stickers. Now, because they're 12 by 12, I like to put it sort of on top like that so that I can see it easily and not forget that I have it. So far this little kit caddy has been doing me really well. and I just slide it right in there, and it stays there when I'm not scrapbooking. And then when I am scrapbooking, I just pull it out and I leave it right here. So I'm scrapbooking my little heart out, and instead of having all of my junk accumulating over here, we have it all here. And if I need to root for something, it's literally right here. And all that I have to do is just kind of push myself back a little bit and thumb through and find that piece of paper that I'm looking for and pull it out and use it. So as you can see, this has been working really, really well for me. So thanks so much for watching this Out with the Old, In with the New video. Take care and have a really great scrappy week. Bye-bye.